Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Mario 64 DS, and my god, we got a beefy one today. It's essentially a part of two parts, because we are going to start off by going into Untitled Mountain, and my god, there's a lot of editing here, as we shall see, because we're going to start off jumping in here. The coin counter should say it all, really. Do we want to take a wild guess on what my final coin count is at the end of this slide? Because here's the thing, I could be misremembering, but I could have sworn that when you jumped into the slide in the original version, you could then jump out of the little area where you are at the end of the slide, and then carry on with the outside of the level. So I think you have to go in the slide to get 100 coins. Because there's a lot more than that because of the DS's extra mission. So I thought that's what you had to do. But apparently not, so I'm trying to, because you lose the star if you re-enter the slide and you can't pick it up while sliding, I'm trying to avoid grabbing 100 coins. But do we want to guess what happens at the end of all of this? I can't get out! I don't know if that's a change or what it is, but yeah, with 99 coins in tow, spending God knows how long trying to get them all, I can't get out of the cage. And I could have sworn that you could get out of this cage in the original version. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what you could do, but no, you can't do that here. So after collecting 99 coins, there's no way out of this thing. I can't get out. I'm stuck with 99 coins. Ah, getting the 100 coin missions for this level was a pain. So many failed attempts with so many high coin counts.
Let's go.
Okay, so quick edit right there. I've had to cut out so much of this footage, but I accidentally cut out this star. So we're just going to very awkwardly just cut to this one. Just for like 30 seconds of commentary, and I'm just going to pad this out. It's just over on this lonely island, this lonely mushroom over here. And there we go. What they want you to do is activate the cannon and then fire yourself over there. And because we are Luigi, we can just backflip over. I barely made it, but I made it. And that's all that matters.
Let's go.
So let's carry on. So after like 3 more failed attempts, I just decided, right, we'll get back to that. Let's just do this way. So the red coin mission is actually like 2 parts. You got the first 4 are located on these mushrooms right here, which sadly do not make you any bigger. And then you have the other 4 trying to climb up the mountainside just here, which Luigi doesn't always, I don't know if this affects the other characters as well, but Luigi doesn't exactly always like to grab the ledge. He seems to have a really hard time doing it. Like that. Like, what prevented me from grabbing the ledge there? Or there. Like, Luigi, just grab the ledge. Wait, what was that? He's sliding back. I mean, Luigi is well known for having poor attraction, but not in this game he doesn't. And it isn't normally it's only when he's going forward, not backwards. Otherwise, this is actually one of the easiest red coin missions. Just gotta be a bit careful that you don't overshoot your jumps while going over the mushrooms. And then the last one is just up here. And then really the most dangerous part is actually trying to get to the star. Because it's on a lonely mushroom just hovering over in the distance. Just over there. So let's try and backflip. Hope that you can control this thing right, because sometimes you can just keep going, other times you're constantly going back and forth like you are here. Just made it. And that's that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the real annoying, the annoying thing with Untitled Mountain is that if you fall down at any point, but you're not going down into the bottomless pit, you've then got to climb all the way back up, which is never fun. Who wants to do all of that work all over again? But yeah, that's what you gotta do. Now there is an owl. It does take you back to the top. Unfortunately, I didn't find out about that until way later. I didn't even know there was an owl. But yeah, like in Cool Cool Mountain, there is actually an owl. Sorry, that's the mountain now. Cool Cool Mountain and Tall Tall Mountain. Very creative. Ah! And there's so many ways to die. See what I mean? You fall down, you gotta go all the way back up. That little ledge, there is like a little bit that you can land on. That is where the Bob-on Buddy is that will open up the cannon. I spoke to him whilst trying to go after the 100 coin mission, so we've already spoken to him and the cannon is available. But we don't need the cannon. There's much easier ways of getting over to that platform when we eventually get to that part. So let's make our way up here again. Try and avoid the chuck, yeah. Why must they be placed in such annoying places? I get that that's the point, but why when they can either just chuck you into the bottomless pit or throw you down and make you do all that work all over again? That isn't fun. It's not fun constantly trying to jump up here. Because it took me so many tries, I eventually got tired of constantly ground pounding that pole, that log. It doesn't give you any coins, it gives you a Mega Mushroom. Which, you know, is great for lives, but not so great for coins. It doesn't give me coins. Slightly awkward jump, that one. I can't remember how you make that in the original. But speaking of which, while this one gave me a hard time, it's got nothing on the original. I find this level to be really annoying when you're playing Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah.
DS is alright. Non-DS, it's a pain. This is usually this is where I start to really dislike Super Mario 64, the original version. It's like, there are some levels which can be annoying. Lethal Lava Land can be annoying. Shifting Sand Land especially. Hazy Maze Cave. They all have their moments. But it's when we get here that I really start to dislike it because of the controls just do not work with the level design. We've got this thing. It's quite likely that some of those coins... Try and make sure you're right at the edge there, otherwise the coins are right against the cliff. Otherwise those coins are just going to go flying off the edge. It's like the level design just does not work with how clunky the controls are. It's not too bad in Tall Tall Mountain. It's when we get to one of the later levels. Like what the game considers to be the last 3 levels. So, you know, last 3. They're going to be the hardest. But they're hard for the wrong reasons. They're just hard because of how clunky the control is and how Mario reacts to terrain. You see, like that right there. Just sliding along the ground. You know, that was fair. The rock is oddly shaped. I expect that to happen. But Mario in the original version slides on everything. He falls over and slides down on everything. Like that slope right there. Okay, that makes sense. I can understand why he does it there. But it's like the slightest tilt in terrain will cause Mario to slide along the floor. And how far he'll go is up to the game. Sometimes he will stop pretty soon. Other times he will just keep sliding at the slowest speed known to man. But you can't control him while he's doing it. Sometimes it will let you jump out of it. But even then, you still carry momentum when you do that. Tiny Huge Island and Tick Tock Clock are the worst levels in the game because of it. So again, it's not too bad here. But it's annoying all the same. And they still do it in DS, but I don't find it to be nearly as severe. It's like almost as though Sunshine was done to make up for it, because with Sunshine, the only thing you can't climb is a completely vertical wall. You can climb up just about any slope of any angle in Sunshine. It's not quite as... It's a bit stricter in the Galaxy games. There are slopes that are too steep to climb up, but it's... You can do it... You can go up just about a slope of any steepness that isn't like 90 degrees in Sunshine. But here, anything that's like above like 25 degrees, of a slope, you are not going up it. It's freaking... I don't know what you call these things. I want to say fly guy? I don't know. I just call them the flying shy guys. Hey, a monkey. I wonder what that monkey does. Spoiler warning, that monkey does nothing. But there is another monkey. So here's what ground pounding this log does. I don't know why it sounds like it's messed up. Oh, it does do. My bad. I haven't recorded because I took a week off. So I haven't recorded. I recorded this like 2 weeks ago. Let's try and get these coins. No, I don't think I made it to those black blocks inside. Or it is. Yeah, there was one time I tried, but then I got hurt. I went small as I was falling down, so all that happened was I got hurt. So maybe there's coins in them. I don't know. The mystery will not be answered today. See that slope? Luigi started sliding down that, and that isn't as steep as some of the other ones. In fact, I'd argue this slope is steeper, but I can stand on this perfectly fine. But when you're playing the original... Oh, Christ. As I got to experience, because when I get to Tiny Huge Island, I had to go into the original version because one of the missions was changed. And... we'll find out. Because Tiny Huge Island is where we're... I think it's where we're going... Yes, where we're going after this one. So find out next part. How Tiny Huge Island was perfectly fine, for the most part, when it comes to the DS version. A few missions gave me a bit of trouble, but for the most part, it really wasn't that bad. But when it comes to the original version, oh my god. By the way, if you lose the caps, they tend to respawn at the bottom of the mountain. I mean, the owl should be there now. I think the owl is only missing during the first mission, yeah, because they want you to scale the mountain. I also ended up getting stuck on this slide because there's one pit where unless you're going over it at full speed, you're not going to make it, but the slide acts as a checkpoint. So if you die, you're going to jump back in the painting and you are stuck in the slide. And this mossy stuff does gimp your jump. So I was stuck on the slide section for a while. I don't even think I actually finished it. I think I just got so tired of doing it over and over again, I just quit the level. Jumped into another painting, exited that level, and then I went back into the painting. Went back into Tortle Mountain. Right. I'm going to be here a while because I only have the power to collect one coin at a time. So this mission is obviously exclusive to, well, I say obviously, we have the wing cap in the original too. This mission, I believe, is exclusive to the DS version. Because I certainly don't remember it in the original. Which the main enemy here is the gliding controls, or lack thereof. And the complete lack of momentum you get the moment you try and do anything. But it's kind of like what we had to do in Bob on Battlefield, only this time we're moving around a lot more. Oh, we couldn't put them slightly closer to each other. And I get paranoid with how much time I have. The wing cap actually lasts a lot longer than the other power-ups, but I just get worried anyway. And Mario really doesn't like triple jumping. Or Luigi, I should say, doesn't like triple jumping. For the star, you just got to get the one in the center. Just circling around the top of the mountain. But we need to get the coins. And then just hope all is well when you grab your last coin. And you grab the star, because you're going to go down. This is exciting! How does this thing even make Mario fly? It's like the tiniest bit. Fire underwater, who cares? This is Mario. We don't question logic in Mario, it's like gonna bend the time-space continuum or something. So So we will say nothing at all. Like stupid sexy Flanders, there's nothing at all. It's like 97. Oh, I missed. Let's keep going. And there's a star in a crate. A cage, I should say, not a crate. And another monkey. Triple jump! Triple jump! Thank you! 99, there's the star. But that's not the star we want. And we just need one more. I don't think I really needed to do this, but anyway. Just need one. No! Just need one more. Wow, all I got for this one was the center. Still gotta grab the star. From this, down I go. Luckily I didn't fall very far. I got lucky there. I don't know what happens if you fall in the pit. Like, does it... Because it doesn't do anything until you actually reach the ground. That's the awkward way of doing that. I don't know, I was looking at it as like, that jump does not look possible to do with Mario, but somehow Mario and Yoshi and Wario have got to be able to get up there. But that's that. It took forever, but I finally got the 100 coin mission in Turtle Mountain. And it only took me about 6 or 7 attempts. So please continue. It's weird how Turtle Mountain has the highest, has the like the smallest painting in the game. It's one of the few paintings there that in the upper area where it's not really like gimmicky or anything. Just think, Snowman's Land is the trick of the reflection. It's not really a gimmick, but it's the trick of the reflection. Tiny Huge Island has a big painting and a little painting. Wet Dry World is all about how high you enter the painting, but here, it's just a painting. So now, this is where again I made the mistake. It's like I don't need to go all the way up to the top of this mountain. There is an owl in the tree at the very beginning. But no, we're gonna do this a long way, damn it. Forget the owl. We got to climb to the mountain. We gotta eat that York peppermint patty. It has been 3 days since I first bitten that York peppermint. Whatever it goes. The problem is my only food source is a York peppermint patty, but every time I bite into it, I go back to the top of the mountain. Okay, so remember we saw that monkey further down. That, I guess he's just there to trick you. I have no idea. But we need to grab this monkey. Unfortunately, anytime you try and get near it, he jumps over you. The best way to try and do it is to dive, but there's not really enough space to get the momentum going for you to use the dive maneuver. Come here, monkey. Oh no! No, I don't want to use the Wario cat. There we go. Nowhere near him, but I'm going, ow! Let me go! Ookiki! I was only teasing. I'll tell you what, let's trade. If you let me go, I'll give you something really good. What does Ookiki mean? So he's a very slow monkey, unfortunately, but we have to wait for him to come down here and then he'll bash open the cage for us. Or at least get the star out of the cage. Whatever that means. So he jumps on it, it falls down, he dies. See? He's dead. And now we just gotta go down here. I said we just gotta go down here. And there we go. You can fall straight down though, you're not in any danger. Even though it's like, whoops, did it again. Even though it's like you can it looks like the water's flowing really fast. It doesn't. It doesn't carry you or anything. It's not like the metal cap area in the caves.
Let's go.
So this mission is slightly different on account that you need Wario to break down a block. It's actually a very tight jump to make it in the original. I find anyway. Not such a problem here. So, remember this guy? Let's let him take us to the top. There probably is a teleporter, because one thing I found out recently, there are actually, like there's that bridge in Cool Cool Mountain. You stand on the edge of it, the broken bridge, takes you to the bottom or to the top of the mountain. There's actually something like that, one or two of them in every level. So the only other one I knew of is the caves, the little alcoves on the mountain in Bob on Battlefield. It's the only other one I knew of. Yeah, I don't think this platform is here in the original. But it's like, I didn't realise that the flower patches were also teleporters. But there's like something like it in every single level. Some have one, some have two. Simply put, there's a lot. Right, but that's Tall Mountain. Let's put it this way. That video was like 20 minutes long. Originally it was like 56. Because of all of those 100 coin attempts. So you know what we're going to do now? Well, be very, very quiet. Because I'm hunting wabbits. Let's just get this over with. We have a lot of bunnies to go after here. Oh. And yes, we're getting them all. Every single one. We've already caught two. We got one with Luigi at the start of the previous video. I can't believe you caught me. Caught by a human. He's part Ferengi. And we did catch one from Mario in the whatever it was called, the Jolly Roger Bay room. But the thing is, I decided to go after this because there's one other kind of rabbit, and these are the white rabbits. They will randomly show up where a rabbit you've already caught previously is. But you need to catch 8 of them. Where will they be? Where will they turn up? Who knows? That's going to be a problem when I'm trying to record. I'll probably try and go after them off screen because they're all in the same places as the other rabbits. It's just we don't know where they're going to be. It might even depend on what character it is because the rabbits are all in different places for each character. But you need to find 8 white rabbits in order to unlock that final door in the character selection room. So I decided, well, for the sake of getting a move on with that, I should probably go after all these other rabbits because the rabbits will show up once you've collected a certain number of power stars. Like that room on the right is what we need the 8 white rabbits for. It's like somebody here, somebody at Nintendo must have... This should be the easiest rabbit to catch. I punched him and I didn't grab it for some reason. What that? How did that not... Thank you. Come here, you Wascally Wabbits. Somebody here must have really liked that rabbit in Super Mario 64, the original. Because that's 2 power stars we're not going to be seeing. Because there are 2 stars in the basement section, just outside Lethal Lava Land and Shifting Sand Land. That's this rabbit. I think his name is Nips or something like that. And you catch him once, he'll give you a star. And then I don't know if he just shows up again or if it's a matter of how many stars you have. He'll show up a second time, and you do the exact same thing. I don't know why you have to do it twice, with no difference whatsoever, but you catch it twice. This is the easiest rabbit. It's just a matter of knowing where he is. Once you know where he is, it's the easiest rabbit to find, to catch. Whoops. Well, it should be the easiest rabbit to catch. It's like, that rabbit gives you a star, but that rabbit isn't here. It's probably the most likely way you're going to find the entrance to Shifting Sandland. You dive for the rabbit, and then you dive into the painting to shift the wall for Shifting Sandland instead. If at any point I'm pausing, It's me looking up the Mario Wiki because I don't know where all these rabbits are. But yeah, there's you gotta do this for every character. I think every character has the same number of rabbits. I think, but you have to go all over the castle for them. I think there are 2 rabbits that I don't go after, besides the 2 I already got. And that's because one of them is in the top section, with Tick-Tock Clock and Rainbow Rider. I think there's only 1 rabbit up there. So, we only need to go in there as 1 character. The other one I don't get is the one that requires you to have all 150 power stars. Outrun by a human. I was going to hand in these keys to make profit. Did we know the rabbits are also Ferengis? They got big ears, right? Look, he's got the lobes for it. What was that? What kind of a jump was that? Overall, I would say that Yoshi has a slightly easier time getting the rabbits because he has to grab them with his tongue, so he has extra range. The only problem is that you can't move while doing it, so I guess to make up for it. Whereas everybody else can long jump. But there's just so many rabbits. But you collect the keys to unlock these mini games in the rec room that I never really do anything with. A lot of people praise them. I never saw the appeal of these minigames. And they bring them all back. I can also just play New Super Mario Bros. Now. If I wanted to do these minigames. Because all of them are in New Super Mario Bros. In fact, I think New Super Mario Bros. Has a few more. I mean, there's a lot of them. Hence all the rabbits. I don't know what most of them are. I know there's one where you gotta like separate the Bob-on buddies and they just keep coming and coming and coming. And it's like, gotta quickly get the black ones in this side, the pink ones in the other side. I think Luigi he's like a card dealer, you got these card matching mini games. There's one where I think you have to form like, use the stylus to make these trampolines to bounce Mario up in the air. And there's one where you're like picking petals with Yoshi and that does nothing. It's just, she loves me now. Ouch, bring me down. Why does the rabbit sound like Mario? Why does the rabbit sound like Yoshi?
Here we go.
I tell him not. That's what I think. I don't think she loves me, she loves me not. I think I tell him not from Shrek. Princess, how's it going, first of all? Good. I'm good too. So I saw this flower. Anyway, this is not Shrek. Honestly, I see the rabbits that are in the big wide open environments can sometimes actually be easier to catch than the ones in the small narrow environments because you can actually just run up to them and long jump. You can guess all of the momentum you need. Some of them can be inside the castle, they can be outside the castle, they can be in all sorts. They can literally be anywhere. They can be in the rooms with the paintings, so try not to accidentally jump into any of the paintings. Again, Shifting Sandland should really be the only one where that's an issue. They could be at the back of the castle, they could be in the basement, on the outside, they could be on the upper floor, they could be on the top floor. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, I must admit. Sometimes you even get more than one in a single location. But this is where the rabbit in the original version would be. Only there wouldn't be 2 of him. There'd just be the one, and then he'll come back in again a bit later on. Again, I don't know if his appearance is just based on the number of stars you have. Since I always go after every star in the course that I can get before moving on to the next one, by the time I get into the basement, I already have I already have enough stars really to go after Bowser the second time, before I've even faced him the first time. Or at least I very nearly do. What you want is you want the area to either be fairly wide open or you want it to just be a straight corridor. But some of them sadly cannot be cannot be designed like that. They have to be more awkwardly shaped. So let's head on up to the upper floor. I swear, in the original version of the game, it's all like one big room. But here, it's like every single door you go through, and then many of the doors you go through, it then just the screen goes black, and then it opens up in the next area. It's like it's loading. But I think in the original, it is all just one big thing. So we want the snowman's land room. Alright, it's on this side of the mirror. Might struggle a bit with Mario trying to get into the mirror. He just turns into a balloon.
Here we go!
We're nearly done. In fact, I think we are done with Mario. Is that all the Marios? Once he stops hugging the wall. Yeah, we're not done. We've still got this guy. As soon as Mario can learn to get upstairs. Look, Mario, I know you're not the fittest guy in the world, but come on. You're coming back here. I cannot keep going up all of these stairs. Have you not seen Kung Fu Panda? Sometimes the dialogue does change a little bit. I'm not sure if it's because it's the last one you grab, but sometimes... God, the fading for these toads is ridiculous. It's bad enough on the original. Why can't I see the toad right now? The draw distance and pop-up is supposed to be better here. Right, that's Mario. Now for the fat one. The slowest one to try and grab all of his rabbits. So let's go switch to Wario. His rabbits are up next. Wah! Dude, that doesn't look like Wario should be able to grab anything. I mean, look at those hands. It's like they're not joined to anything. It's just like he has like one tendon. It's just connecting his hand to his arm. Right, we have to just go over here a little bit. So I thought. Other side, other side. Or is it just right at the very end? There it is. Wario has brown rabbits. You think he'd have the yellow ones, but Yoshi gets the yellow ones. So the fact Yoshi can't exactly have the green ones. Oh. Come on! Thank you. How'd you catch me with those stubby legs? Do I have to call the boss? You're gonna call the boss? I mean, that whatever he said. But I agree. How on earth did he do that? That's mainly because I wasn't really moving. He ran into me. But it's a wonder how Wario can do anything on those little legs. He barely has legs, they're just feet. So he has the tiniest bit of leg. And that black block actually does come back. So you will always need Wario in order to access that area. I mean, you could break the block and switch back unless the block comes back again when you go back in the castle, I don't know. Nice and simple. Wah! I like Wario. I never understood all of the appeal for Waluigi. Maybe it's just me, but maybe I just not noticed. But I think it has died down a bit now. But it's like a couple years ago, everyone on the internet was obsessed with Waluigi. It's all like the same thing. It's like Waluigi for Smash, Waluigi for Smash. Why? What is the deal with Waluigi? So I don't really see anything special about Waluigi. He's just there to be like a partner for Wario, and he doesn't even appear in any of the mainstream games. He's only in spin-offs. But in fairness, Wario has only ever appeared in, like, unless you count DS64, Wario has only ever appeared in one mainstream game. But at least Wario also gets his own series. He has Wario Land, he has WarioWare. Waluigi just exists with the most forced name imaginable. Yeah, I know there is like an actual meaning to Wario, and they're kind of just trying to do the same thing again with Waluigi. I think it is like, there is like an actual meaning to the name Waluigi, but to me it just sounds forced. It's like, we have Wario, let's just have one that also has... even then it doesn't work, because surely it should be Wuigi, shouldn't it? Which just sounds weird. I wish I didn't have to see this animation every single time. Right, top floor. Come on, Wario! He's got the muscular arms, but he hasn't got the muscular body, and he certainly hasn't got the muscular legs. He just has a very impressive moustache. No, what floor do you call this? It's weird, it's like, I know in America, I don't know about anywhere else, in America, it's one of the few times where I actually say, you guys do it right. It's like, you call the main floor the first floor, and then the next floor is the second floor. That's how it should be. For some reason here in Britain, the main floor is the ground floor, and then the second floor is the first floor. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, ground floor makes sense, but then don't call it the second floor. Don't call it the first floor, call it the second floor. The ground floor is the first floor. I don't get that. I never understood that. America, for once, you did it right. You just now got to try and pronounce aluminium properly. That might be another one where you accidentally jump into the painting. We'll be seeing this room next time. The gimmick has kind of already been given away with how the paintings work, but yeah. Tiny Huge Island is where we'll go next. So, past me. Please hold down the run button. I know the original doesn't have a run button, but this one does. And they kind of had to, because you're playing with a D-pad. Where it's all about how much you tilt the analog stick. Why they decided to give a run... I mean, I guess with 3D lands, you can't really do it that easily with the circle pad. But if we go back into the door as the character we're already playing as... Who the hell is this guy? I don't remember this guy. When did we unlock this guy? Oh, wait! It's Yoshi, who we had at the beginning of the game. Remember Yoshi? No? Neither do I. When was the last time we played as Yoshi? If we did, it was been for like one very specific mission, and I can't remember what mission that would have been. I really can't remember the last time we played as Yoshi. Luckily this water doesn't slow you down. With Yoshi, it's like you got a little bit more range with the tongue, but I guess to counter that, he stops when he tries to do it. He will slide a little bit, but otherwise he does lose his momentum. Like you don't get like a long jump with you. Well, Yoshi has a long jump, but like, it isn't like a dive maneuver. So the other characters get that dive. Yoshi doesn't. He just pokes out his tongue. A good chunk of Yoshi's rabbits are actually outside. But that sounds wrong to say a good chunk of them, when considering he puts them in his mouth. But yeah, most of Yoshi's rabbits are actually outside. Here's my question. Is it Yoshi or Yoshi? I always used to pronounce it as Yoshi because, weirdly, my introduction to most of these Mario characters was in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. If not Mario Kart Wii. Where he always pronounces his name as Yoshi. But I got so used to hearing other people like on the internet, which are usually... They tend to still pronounce it as Yoshi in Britain, but in America they often pronounce it as Yoshi, and I got so used to hearing Yoshi, I just call him that now. But I think it's supposed to be Yoshi. I mean, after all, he pronounces it like that. What more do you need? In America, it's Yossi. And even sorry, in Japan it's Yossi, not America. In America it's Yoshi, but it's Yossi, so I imagine it's supposed to be Yoshi. But I've just become so used to calling him Yoshi by this point. Don't you hate it when something like that happens? So you get used to calling them one thing, and then all of a sudden you're calling them another thing, and then you're like, well, which one is it? I'm so close. We're nearly there. That's 2 of those rabbits. Yeah, you actually have 3 rabbits when you go outside the castle with Yoshi. What I want to know is, where are all of these rabbits when you're playing as the other characters? That guy made no effort to run away. But I guess that would be my reaction as well if I got put in the mouth of something and like, aye! Go on, Yoshi. Why is your starting speed so slow? Like, why can't you just have a walking speed and a running speed? Why is there like that incredibly slow thing you do as you start walking? It's like, who walks like that? I mean, if you're elderly, maybe you need a stick or something, but otherwise, who walks that slowly? And our final rabbit is just down here. So I thought. There it is. But these guys must be really heavy. They make a really loud thump when they hit the ground. I shall call you Thumper. Oh! Just ever so slightly off. Come here, you Wascally Wabbits! Though I never understood what the point of Elmer Flood was, considering that every single time he thinks he's killed bugs, he's then really upset. So what's the point of hunting a rabbit if you're then going to cry when you think you've killed it? And there we go, that's all the rabbits. With one exception, I can't remember which character it was. I think Mario has one on the top floor. One character has one on the top floor anyway. And then we got the final one for all the stars. And then the white rabbits. So next up, going back into the main levels with Tiny Huge Island. So I will see